transitioning from cot to big bed. She says, far out, I did so many things wrong when we moved my 4-year-old back in November. So what is some advice that you give around transitioning from cot to
It's interesting. A few questions have been coming up recently about the pillow. So that's one thing.
Okay.
Can you have a pillow in a cot? I know it's a bit off topic, but that is a question that comes up all the time.
And can you?
You shouldn't, because the reason why you should, the Save Our Sleep pillow is the safest pillow on the market.
Why?
I have done so much design. It's flat. It's not going to cause problems with the neck. But if they did roll over on it, it's dented so that there's an air pocket for them. Not that, and it's breathable and so on. But it is a proper adult size, so you can use the proper pillowcases from day one.
Good. Handy.
If you had to use a pillow in the cot, it's probably the lowest profile, so it would probably be safe in the cot. But you don't use it in the cot because they can use it as a step to climb out of the cot. Children are clever. They can bend it in two, stand on it, and use it to climb out of the cot. That's why you don't use it in a cot.
Okay.
So the first thing is, when you move them into a bed, you would give them the Save Our Sleep My First Pillow, right?
Yes.
I get asked that all along.
Yeah.
Can you use it in a cot?
Yeah.
So secondly, when you first move them to the bed, we as adults like the bed to look pretty, and we like to have a nice duvet cover, and people always ask Save Our Sleep to produce duvet cover. It's such personal choice. We can't have our own duvet covers, you know. So with the duvet, you can use the duvet to throw over when you make the bed, but you might not necessarily use a duvet when you first move them to the bed. I would use their normal cot bedding, so their normal blankets. I would use a sleeping bag for the first 6 months in the big bed. I would use your normal blankets.
So you're minimising
the
changes.
change, right? And then during the day you can put the duvet over, which you get them to help you pick. So they can help you pick their duvet, their special duvet cover for the bed. It might be Kieran's is a bit, I think it's a bit girly. It used to be in the shop. It was beautiful elephants dressed in pretty dresses and stuff, and bunnies in and a yellow on the very back, and for ages I thought it was too. He kept asking for it, and I don't know why I didn't let him have it, but I kept thinking I was keeping it for one of the girls. I don't know why, but then when the Friday daughters come, they want the dinosaur duvet. So it's, you know, I don't know why. Now he has it. He's 7 and he has it. And it's beautiful and it matches his thing, and it's a bit. But his comforters are elephants.
Oh, well,
so it's very gender neutral. Yes. So, but when do we move them? So you move a girl so you don't have to move them at 2.5, but you move a girl no earlier than 2.5, and you move a boy no earlier than 3. Why are we in such a hurry these days to move our children out of their cots?
Surely it's a first child thing.
No, because so many people. Yeah, maybe, but
I
so
think
many people
you get excited. You get excited for that next step. Like with the first child, you're excited. You want them to walk faster and talk faster and be in a big bed and play with these different toys, and you just want them to grow up. And then by the time you have your second, you're like, no, let's leave you in the. Yes, I think it's. I think that might be a strong mindset.
Yeah, and then people say, I've given the cot away, like I've given it to friends, and you think, oh, you're a bit silly.
I'm going to leave this guy in the cot as long as he will stay there. I don't see
until I have a baby and I need my cot back now.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, grandchild. I'm dying for grandchildren now, which are years away.
Beautiful.
So you know, so boys are more mature. Boys understand. No, girls are more mature. Yes. Girls understand boundaries sooner than boys.
They do.
That's why you would move a girl sooner if you had to.
And why would you have to? Crawling out of the cot, is that the only reason? Climbing out?
I suppose there isn't any reason why you'd have to. It's a society thing. We just do. You know?
I mean, obviously, at some point they'll be too big for the cot. That would be a good time to move.
That normally wouldn't happen until they were 5.
I know. I'm just saying.
So there's no reason why you'd.
But I think a have to would only be if they start.
Or if they're asking to.
Or they
Yeah, but if they start climbing out, then they're feeling insecure, and then I'd be looking at changing their times of their routine and so on, or making it safe.
Yeah.
Do not take the sides off. So many cots on the market promote themselves as being toddler cots. So many people go out and buy a cot which they think is going to turn into a toddler bed, but then they have a second baby, and then they don't use it as a bed anyhow.
No.
So, and also when you take the side off, you make the child really insecure. So I would move them when they're sleeping really well in their cot at a good time when sleep's going really well.
Yes.
I would probably move them for their daytime sleeps first.
Yes.
I would never move a girl before 2.5. I would never move a boy before 3.
Okay.
But if you can keep a girl in her cot till 3 and you keep a boy in the cot till 3.5, do. I would always have their cot in their bedroom with their big bed, even if it meant that there was no space for anything else.
Okay.
So even if if they slept in the box cupboard as we used to have in England and Ireland, which is tiny room, that there's no room for anything in it except a single bed and a cot,
Yes.
I would still have the cot in there. Because normally at 6 weeks, they test the boundaries and they want to go back. And we hear the same thing over and over again. That baby toddler was put in the big bed. They loved it. They were put in the big bed. They loved it.
Yes.
And then they slept in the big bed for the first 6 weeks, and then there started to be issues. Right?
I love this. I love that you know this at 6 weeks.
It's 6 weeks. And it's always the same thing.
Yeah.
It's always 6 weeks. It's like they test the boundaries every 6 weeks. It always happens. So there isn't really a checklist. It's ask them, talk to them.
Yes.
You know, get the bed, set it up in their room, maybe set it up in their room weeks before they're going to sleep in it. Offer it to them in the day sleep. Would you like to have your day sleep in your bed? If you get out of the cot, in the cot. Would you like to have your day sleep in the big bed?
Yes.
If you get out of the big bed, you're asking mum to put you in the cot.
Yeah, I like that.
Then you put them in the cot.
Yep.
You're asking me, you get out of the big bed, you're asking me to put you in the cot.
Yep.
You do the same thing at night. Some parents get really disappointed because the toddler sleeps in the big bed for like 2 weeks and then suddenly wants to go back in the cot and the parents feel like they've gone backwards. But you haven't gone backwards. They just feel safe and secure in their cot. But talking about beds and so on, somebody asked a question on the Facebook about what's Tizzie's opinion about Montessori mattresses.
Okay.
Mattress beds on the floor.
Question.
Now, my opinion of these Montessori bed frames is I think they look unsafe.
Okay.
Like the baby entrapment. I worry about entrapment. I worry about the fact that some of these frames would leave a gap between the mattress and the wall. I studied Maria Montessori. I believe in Maria Montessori. I chose my children's schooling by looking for a Montessori school. I sent Dara to a Montessori school first in Geelong.
Okay.
And then it closed down. And then I wanted a Steiner school. But the Steiner schools in the other countries that I've been to are very different to the Steiner schools locally here. Okay. And it's sort of here, there's a certain type of person that seems to go to the Steiner school. And I felt that some of those people might not be able to get past the fact that I was Tizzie Hall. Okay. So the next best thing was Regio, I can't say it properly. Regio learning, which is it's not a person, it's a city in Italy. Yeah. And it's a really good learning. If you Google ELC, someone will correct me on it.
ELC, did you say?
Yeah, ELC, Reggio Emilia or something. Yes. It'll come up learning, or Google Reggio Emilia learning. Anyway, so that's the school they went to because it's all about play. Play is the most important thing for your children for the first 6 years. I love the Maria Montessori approach. The Maria Montessori approach is, have you found it?
It's ELC, Reggio, not sure. Emilia. Learning.
Emilia.
Okay.
Yeah, learning. Okay. Italian. So Maria Montessori is a person. She was the first female doctor. Did you know that?
Yay.
Her parents wanted her to be a teacher. And I don't know whether she's the first female doctor in Italy or in the world, but something about being the first, okay? She's a person, Italian person. Then this is not a person. This is a place that makes cheese. And they've got a school and it's the approach. Okay?
Yes.
So I love the Maria approach.
Yes.
Her approach is don't give your children a fake Hoover that doesn't Hoover. Get them a small Hoover that actually works.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't give them a knife that doesn't cut.
Yes.
Give them a smaller knife that can cut. You know, and she thinks that children should sleep on a mattress on the floor, not a bed frame.
Yes.
So the Maria Montessori mattress on the floor, I like the idea of.
Yes.
If you do it correctly, like co-sleeping versus planned co-sleeping, unplanned co-sleeping, if you're doing the full Maria Montessori approach, your house will be totally safe. You know, your child will understand that they can cut their hand on a knife. Okay, so yes, agree with and like the idea of the Maria Montessori approach if you do it correctly from day one.
Yes, in all aspects.
Yes,
not just the bed.
Not just the bed.
Your child is a bit more independent.
Because you'll have taught your child not to fall down the stairs.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm not a believer in stairgates. I can't stand stairgates. I believe that stairgates are needed. Like sometimes you might put them across the for different things if you're time poor. But I teach my children
if they see a step to go down,
turn around, go down backwards, I did that or
with the boys.
You know, not
really well
to go down the stairs. You know, but you do need stairgates sometimes. Like if you're living upstairs in a house, maybe put the stairgate on the bedroom door, so that they can't run out of the bedroom and fall down the stairs. You know, there's reasons for.
Sure.
But then I go back to children being much more intelligent than we think they are. Okay? They are much more intelligent than we think they are. So when I look at the bed frames, not a big fan. I worry that there could be an entrapment problem. I worry that they could get their little arms or legs stuck down the side. I worry that they could push the frame out from the wall and have a problem, But I'm not against Maria Montessori mattresses. So that's 2 readers' questions that we have answered on one podcast, and that's it for episode 14. And let's see if we're back next week.
Yes, fingers crossed, I suppose. Well,
so that's a wrap.
Yeah, that's a wrap.
See you later.
We'll see you next